everyone, Mac here, and I have a first in a new series of videos that I'll be doing, MOCs of the Month. I'm not a builder by any definition, and that really annoys me. I wish I could make builds as fantastic as some of these that we'll be showcasing here for our top 10 MOCs of January 2019. The first one we have is a simple diorama piece that was posted on January 1st, right after the holidays. It's by Johann Alexander. You can find a link to his work at Lego by Jalix down below, along with a link to all of the builders that are featured here today. He put this up and said that he imagines this is what a kid's bedroom looks like after Christmas, after all the presents have been opened, and I tend to agree with him. The yellow RC car with the eyes reminds me of something from Toy Story, and in fact the whole thing seems to have a very Pixar feel to me, and that's not a bad thing. One of my favorite touches to this whole piece is the blue background you can see through the lit window, along with the falling snow outside. Our number 9 MOC for January isn't so much one piece as it is an idea that I found really interesting, as well as a little adorable. Everything you see here you can check out on Instagram at MiniATAT, and that handle should tell you everything you need to know. The majority of the work there are miniature walkers in the style of the Star Wars AT-AT, each one with a different theme to it. These little guys are cute with loads of personality, and you should definitely check out everything this builder has posted on their Instagram page. What I'm showing here is just the beginning. One of my personal favorites are the 2 Light Cycle AT-ATs that were made from the Tron Legacy Ideas set. Coming in at number 8 is a mashup of sorts that I think works so well together that I almost wish Lego would do something like this themselves. Built by Lego folk, this takes the look and color scheme of the Lego Classic Space line and gives it a Star Trek twist in what they are calling Classic Space Trek. Having grown up with the Classic Space line, yes, I know I've said that before, I don't remember anything Lego did ever being as rounded or smooth as this piece, but I greatly appreciate how much this emulates the Classic Space look, and has an obvious Star Trek theme to it. The bubble cockpit is so campy, but it works so well, and honestly, has Benny ever looked happier? Number 7 is different from any of the other builds here because it seems to be more of a Technic build rather than a system build, but because it emulates its real-life counterpart so well, I felt I had to include this on the list. I'm not sure what kind of vehicle this actually is, but the look and style and even the coloring of it is very eye-catching, and I really like the shots of the independent suspension and oversized tires in action. I'm not sure if all those stickers are custom made or if those were just some stickers the builder had laying around, but it gives it a great aged and lived-in look. Next up is another mashup build by the Frenchy Brick Junkie, and it's something he has labeled an alternate build to Lloyd's Dragon Mech. He calls this Lloyd's Dreadnought. Obviously inspired by the Warhammer 40k Space Marines, the Dreadnought looks great in the sand green color with the golden accent pieces. I've never played Warhammer 40k. The look of this mech is obvious though, and Lloyd in the open pilot's compartment with his head poking out is such a throwback to many Warhammer 40k illustrations I've seen over the years. So much so that I knew immediately when I saw this piece what the builder was going for. If the Frenchy Brick Junkie really did make this just from the parts in the Green Dragon mech set, I'd love for him to post instructions on how to do it so others could build this up as well. Maybe pass them on to Brick Vault to sell. Just saying. Kicking off the top 5 is what I think will be a fan favorite, the Iron Giant from Sons of Bricks. This is one that I honestly have not seen very often in Lego, if at all. Everything about this is spot on for this build. The color, the design, the shape, the finished look on the back, even the hydraulics in the Giant's ankles. There are very few exposed studs on this model, and the ones that are here just look like the bolts and rivets that were on the Giant anyway. I especially appreciate the arm cannon that you can put on in place of a hand. Unfortunately, there's no pictures of him with the cannon in place. And also, I love the big Superman S that he wore. He even comes with a little Hogarth in his hand. At number 4, we have a build by Lego 7 Creations on Instagram. It is Ty Rux from Dino Trucks. And truthfully, this build looks so natural and made to be brick built that I'm amazed Lego hasn't gone for the license themselves. The way this is built with angled parts and articulation, it gives the build motion and a sense of being alive. The color, the look of the model, the proportions, Everything is so close to DreamWorks' original that I'm hoping LEGO 7 continues this theme and gives us the rest of the cast from the show. Coming into the top 3, we have a World War II style fighter plane called the E11 Liberator by Jon Hall on Flickr. This reminds me of something we would see in anime, with its fore and aft propellers and rear-mounted ball turret. This is another one that I would love to get instructions for, along with the custom sticker PDF, if for no other reason to get the sticker of the Gypsy Dancer nose art. Done to minifig scale, I would love to display this thing on my shelf because it even comes complete with a set of long strut landing gear that fold up under the wings. At number 2 is Admiral D Phase Een by Jorkson at JorkBuilt on Instagram. I'm sure I pronounced one of those names wrong and I do apologize for that. He is described as commander of the Arabidian Space Fleet, a renowned tactician, swordsman, and poet. I honestly don't know if this is something from a franchise or an original piece. I'm guessing it's original, but please let me know in the comments if this is part of a larger theme. This looks to be all system built and not built around a bionicle or buildable figure frame as you might expect. The color scheme is sharp and makes the entire model pop, and the use of cones for the lower legs as well as the oversized Ninjago blades for the cape are all brilliant touches. If you follow JorkBuilt's Instagram account, you'll find more insectoid figures that are built to this theme that I am assuming are all connected. And finally, we have our number 1 pick, and I'll be honest, there was a little bit of personal bias when this was chosen for the top spot. I myself have a soft spot for sailing vessels like this, especially if they are pirate ships, and also especially if they include a sea monster of some sort. The builder of this piece is Jonas Cram, and you can see his work on Instagram at Jonas Cram, and I absolutely recommend checking him out. I don't think he's christened the ship as of this video, but that doesn't take away that this is a beautiful minifig scale build. The coloring is fantastic and the sails and rigging are tight. I also appreciate the John boat that's suspended by rope at the aft of the ship. Then, as if the boat itself wasn't enough, Jonas added to this by building up a diorama around it called Monstrum Maris, which includes I don't know how many clear pieces to use as the water, and some articulated tentacles of a sea monster trying to pull the ship down into the icy depths. I even like the simple touch of having a cargo crate that was thrown overboard, just floating in the water. This would be a great piece to have on the shelf. So that's what we have for our first MOCs of the Month video, and I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment as to which ones you liked best, or if you have your own favorites that should have been included on this list. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Play well, everyone, and as always, thank you for watching.